Howdy folks, welcome back to Langton Creek Farm. We have a 1 week update for you. It's been 1 week since we've put some seeds in the ground, and it's been a little less than a week since we planted our pollinator mix. And I went through and cut the grass. It's kind of got some dead grass clippings all in it, but you can see there is a ton of all kind of stuff coming up in here. We're gonna have a mess of flowers. Like I said, I get a little heavy-handed sometimes on a plant, so ain't no telling what it's going to look like. Here in our tomato and pepper bed, we are still taking care of these inside in our grow room and getting them acclimated to the outside. So it'll be another couple weeks probably before we get those out here in the garden. Our thyme and oregano, not doing really good in this bed. But over here in this bed, we do have some that are starting to come up. See these little bitty green leaves right in there. So we got some thyme coming up, oregano. I don't see a whole lot going on there. And then the thyme over here, not maybe so much there. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this pollinator blend. We're going to see how that turns out. Over here in the squash bed, we do have a lot coming up. I just went through and done another clipping of our cover crop and kind of distributed some of this that we chopped last time and dropped and kind of spread it out. So it's kind of hard to see them. There you go, there's one there. And over there on that side, also our zucchini bed. They're coming up really good. We got them spread apart a little bit more than our squash. Another look at some of these flowers that's going to be coming up. Really excited to see how that turns out, folks. So coming over here to our melon patch, this is where we planted our cantaloupe. So all 4 seeds come up there. Also, those 4 came up. There's only 3 that come up on this one, and we're going to do some thinning out as well once they get up a little bit, and we'll see which ones we want to keep. Now these spots here is where I sprinkled that pollinator mix out again, and you can see where it's coming up. And then right down there, the ones that we just planted, it's probably been, well, it's been probably 5 days. This was that, what is that, blue mist flower. So it's doing good. This one is the butterfly weed. It's doing really well. This is the mountain mint. This one is the obedient plant. Now, I heard some stories about these things that they're not very obedient. They can really get out of hand if you're not careful and pruning them and taking care of them. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that rascal. And then this one down here was the verbena that I had planted. Okay, over here is our sugar baby watermelons. All 4 of those come up, as well as those 4. Looks like all 4 of those came up, and all 4 of those. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on these and see which ones we want to keep. All right, folks, so I just took our bird netting off of our strawberries. I wanted to give you a good look at these. Most of the time they're covered up when we come out here, but you can see how full this bed is. Now this is a 4 foot wide by 20 foot bed. And if I can find that picture, I'll put it right here. That is from last year, and you can see how these things have really taken off. My wife actually came out here today and got the first, I believe it was 4 off. You can see, got a few peeking through right there that be ready here very soon. But the ones that she ate, she said were very good. It was really sweet, so I was glad to hear that. Let's see, right down here some more. That's a good, nice red one there. But you can see this thing is just covered in berries. We're going to have them coming out of our ears here really soon. But we're going to leave this off for a little bit this evening. And we'll cover them back up before we go in. We like to keep that netting on there while we're not out here, just to make sure that the birds and the other wildlife doesn't come out here, because they will just eat it all the way back to the ground. We've had that happen before. All right, over here in our okra bed, we do have some of that coming up as well. You can see that one right there. This is the crimson spineless. And again, we came through here and done another chop and drop on our clover, and it's so mixed in there. All right, there's one right there beside the drip tape. We'll have to move that over just a little bit. And now on this end, we went in with our Papa John okra that we got for our good friends at Deep River Farm. And this is actually Star of David okra that we plant here. And this is where we planted our corn and our rattlesnake pole beans along the edge of the trellis there. And over here on the end, we done our blue lake, which I do see some down here coming up. Here's one right here. And this is our rattlesnake that are starting to come up right here. So it's taking a little bit longer for those to come up, but they'll be coming right along really shortly. I mean, that stuff is just coming up everywhere. I know those are marigolds, but I don't know what all these are. We'll have to wait and see. All right, here's one of our corn that's coming up right here. So we're starting to get some of that coming up. So we're excited about that. All right, folks. Well, that's a quick 1 week update on how the garden is going. I hope yours is going real well. Leave a comment down below and let me know how yours is doing. Be interested to see what crops you're planting and how they're coming along. So sorry, one more thing I wanted to show you. We normally don't come over here to this side of the greenhouse, but I did want to give you an update on how our garlic is doing. So it overwintered really well, and it's growing really good. We got some that's probably not doing as good, such as these smaller ones here. But we got plenty of it planted here, and hopefully we'll have a good harvest here very soon. This is where we went in with our carrots. And you can see that they're coming along really well. We're gonna have to wind up thinning these out, and that's one thing that I hate to do. I hate to pull seedlings after I've already planted them, but these carrots need a little bit of room to grow, so we don't want to have them stacked on top of each other. Now over here in this pallet planter, we did go in with some flowers, and we I've got a few coming up. Let's see what's up here. I don't see anything up here yet. We do have some coming up in that box. And I'm sorry, folks, I didn't put no label on it, so I can't remember what I planted where. I'll have to go back and take a look and see. But we do have some that are coming up. I know one of these was Shasta daisies. I've never planted those before, so I was going to go in with some of them and see how they did. But we're starting to see a little bit of growth here in our flowers. And now over here on this side is where we went in with our lettuce. So we've got plenty of that coming up. Won't be long that we'll be making our salads. And again, this is a holdover from last year. I'm thinking that's either rosemary or thyme. Maybe somebody help me out with that. I'll probably have to go back and watch my video from last year to see exactly what it was I planted in there. And then this one over here, again, is a holdout from last year. Maybe basil. I'm not sure, I'll have to look. But we haven't planted anything in these other tiers yet. We're waiting for a few of our other herbs that we've got started inside to come out here to transplant these. That'll do it for this video. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care.